All right, scholars, we did it. It's day 5. Let's dive into our last day of cause and effect. Our standard is RI3. Describe the relationship between a series of historical events, scientific ideas or concepts, or steps and technical procedures in a text using language that pertains to time, sequence, and cause and effect. Our I can statement is I can determine the cause and effect relationships within the text Emperor Penguins by Joe Pitkin. As we remember, cause is why something happens and effect is what happens as a result. We have lots of different signal words that help us identify cause and effect relationships like because, if then, so, as a result, therefore. So as we read today, I want you to start thinking about cause and effect relationships within this text. I'll start off reading it to you, and then I will minimize it so you can pause the video when you need to answer your exit ticket. Let's get started. Emperor penguins live in icy Antarctica. You see this text feature here, where in parentheses they break down how to pronounce the word, and they put the part you need to emphasize or stress in all capital letters. So if I was to read this and I didn't know how to read Antarctica, I would say Antarctica. Arc is emphasized because it's in all caps. Let's restart. Emperor penguins live in icy Antarctica. Like all animals, the penguins change as they grow. The changes are called a life cycle. I noticed that this is bolded, so that tells me it's an important phrase, and also that it's going to be in a glossary later, and that it's something I should pay attention to. So again, when penguins are changing, it's called a life cycle. What is the life cycle of a penguin? First, a female lays an egg. Then she leaves to hunt for food. The male penguin takes care of the egg. He holds the egg on top of his feet and keeps it warm. He stands holding the egg for 2 months. Then the mother returns. She takes the egg and the father goes to eat. Finally, the chick or baby bird hatches. Both parents care for the chick. Soon, the chick grows new feathers. Now, the chick is a fledgling or young penguin. At 5 or 6 years old, the penguin becomes an adult or fully grown. An adult can start its own family. So, as you reread, let's look at our close reader habit. How does a penguin change after it hatches? I want you to go through and underline or jot down on your sheet of paper words and phrases that help you understand how a chick becomes an adult penguin. Again, we are looking to see how a chick becomes an adult penguin. Feel free to jot down on a scratch sheet of paper. How does a penguin change after it hatches? Remember, you'll need this information to help you as you respond to your exit ticket. I'll give you a few minutes to identify how a penguin changes after it hatches, and what are some of the words that helped you know that. I'll give you a hint. Some of the words are those time and sequence words that we talked about last week. Okay. Now, let's think about First, how does a penguin change after it hatches? So I know that in paragraph 4, they talked about how a penguin changes. Let's go to paragraph 4. Once it hatches, the chick grows new feathers. That's a change. Then it becomes a fledgling, which is a young penguin. And then it becomes an adult at 5 or 6 years old. Can you imagine being considered an adult at 5 years old, which is a kindergartner? I can't imagine that. But in the penguin world, I guess that's how it happens. Now, let's look at some of the words or phrases that you used to help you identify the overall process. If you've identified the words first, great job. Then is another word that is super helpful because it's telling us the process. As a result of the male penguin taking care of the egg and keeping it warm, soon the bird what? Yes, it hatches. Finally is one of the words that helped us to understand, as well as the word then right here. Soon is another word, as well as now. Now that we've gone through this article, you will find the exit ticket located in the description box for this video. Before we conclude, let's talk and review of what we've discussed throughout this week. Now, we are looking to identify cause and effect relationships. As you remember, cause is why something happens. The effect is what happened as a result of that cause. For example, when I went to Brewster's last summer and I got my ice cream cone, I tripped on a rock and then my ice cream fell to the ground. The effect was that my ice cream fell to the ground, and what caused it to fall was that I tripped on a rock. Now, let's work on our exit ticket so we can show what we know in that big, beautiful brain. Don't forget to go on to iReady to get your reading minutes to practice your lessons, and be on the lookout for your week 4 work. Let's remember that next week is spring break, so you will not have any assignments for this upcoming week. Feel free to still get on to iReady, even though we're technically not in teleschool. If you want to relax and have a great time, kick back, go ahead. We will resume our lessons after spring break, which begins on April 13th. Again, our next set of lessons will begin on April 13th. Thank you so much for being such super smart scholars, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.